Many of my clients come to me for so many different reasons, and if you are looking for a life coach, congratulations on being here, congratulations on backing yourself, congratulations on losing the idea that we have to do it all ourselves. My clients come to me for many different reasons. Sometimes stress is getting too much. There is too much doing, there are too many balls in the air, there are too many things to handle, there is too much responsibility, and somewhere in all of that we've created it. Sometimes there is overthinking, a lot of worry, and even anxiety, even if we don't realize it's anxiety, and this feeling of being a little bit stuck and realizing that we need someone else to take a look at what's going on and to have our own backs without having to go through long, boring, therapeutic frameworks. What I do is actually work on all of the areas all at once, but we're going to get into that in a minute. A lot of clients also come to me because their health is not where it's at. They have the vision, they know what they want for their life, but they don't necessarily have the energy, the focus, the vitality. They're not waking up refreshed. In fact, with the quiz that I give you, when you book in with me, more than 90% of people that fill out that quiz tell me that they actually wake up fatigued and exhausted every day. So health can be a great reason. Most of my clients tend to be putting everything else, all of the doing and others, before themselves. And this starts to breed a lot of resentment in their relationships, whether it's work, whether it's personal. Sometimes it's their weight, it's a body issue. Sometimes it is all of the above. Sometimes it is a lack of direction and purpose. Sometimes it's knowing exactly what they need, but knowing that they can't do it for themselves. So whatever it is that you're here for, whether it's energy, focus, vitality in the body you want, whether it is learning how to work this thing so that we can show up as the most present, calm, connected, and greatest version of ourselves. Whether it is that you are looking for more purpose, to even know what your purpose is, whether you want to increase your wealth and your ability to serve in the world, whether you want to work on letting go of the past or healing relationships, whatever it is. The beauty of working with myself is that I actually work in all of those areas. So instead of you needing a mental health coach or a therapist or a business coach or a wealth coach or someone to help you with your lifestyle and your habits and organization and balance, instead of having to have a personal trainer or a private yoga and meditation teacher, what I do is put all of my 20 years of everything that I have discovered into one little neat bundle for you, and I like to work fairly intensively and fairly quickly. I am more about tools rather than more talk. Yes, we will talk. Yes, I will know everything there is to know about you. Yes, I will support you and have your back. But my job is to see what's actually holding you back. See where your I'm not good enough stories, where your self-worth issues are actually getting in the way of having the life you want. And if there's something going on with your health, we will rectify it. If there's something going on up here, we'll rectify it. If there's something going on here, we will rectify it. So rather than peeling the onion forever and ever and ever, which will pay off your therapist's car, I am actually here to get to the core of that greatest version of you and the greatest possible version of your life. And what you do is put ceilings on what's possible. What I do is lift those ceilings. What I do is show you what's possible. And I tend to be able to see within you what you can't see yourself. And that is the beauty of a coach versus a therapist. Because with coaching, we actually focus on going deep into the beliefs and patterns, but challenging those beliefs and patterns, not by talking about them, but through powerful action that you will be taking every single week. When we work together, I will support you, love you, give you as much kindness and compassion as you need that you cannot give to yourself. But I will also give you tools, I will drive you, I will challenge you, and I will keep you accountable to get the results that you want. Now, every single client is unique in the results that they want. Like I've just covered, there are many areas that I work in in our coaching space and many different tools that I pull in. So every single journey is 100% unique. The problem with personal development, self-growth, looking at the vision that you have for your life, or maybe you've put in a cupboard somewhere all of those dreams and goals, is that we try and do it alone. And this was me. Okay, I can do it myself girl, and it actually drove me to burnout and break down many times because I refused to ask for support. So number one, it's awesome that you're here, and what you think you can achieve in 10 years can actually be achieved in 2 years if you have someone to mentor, but most of all, love and support you on the journey to where it is that you want to go, whether it's in your career, your relationships, your health, your life, whatever it is. If we do not have that support, it shouldn't be called personal development. It should be called community development, because we actually need to have the love and support around us, to have others see what we can't see for ourselves, to be able to get where we want to go. You might feel completely overwhelmed with the fact that you feel like you need help in a million different places. Now, one of the first things I do is do a snapshot. What we do is actually focus on the 1 to 2 most core areas of your life that if we can create butterfly effect change in those areas, it's going to show up in all of your other life areas very quickly. So this doesn't have to be long. It can be punchy, it can be empowering, and it can actually be a beautiful and fun journey that we go on together. I mentioned I work in all areas. I actually started my career in business consulting and coaching, and what I noticed in that space is I was never actually coaching anyone on their projections or their communication or their leadership. What I was actually doing was coaching them on the relationship issue they were hiding, the health issue that they were hiding, the stress they weren't dealing with, and all of those things would create massive waves of change in the business, in profits, in wealth creation, just by looking at what you tend to hide, avoid, or pretend not to know, or something that you know is there, you just don't know what it is, you can't put your finger on it. So I transitioned from business into health, life, and wellness coaching because I took a major mental health crash myself many years ago. You can read all about that story on this website, but that actually led me to being here with you. What I learned through that crash was that I went on a very long journey, traveling the world, looking at all of the gurus, all of the ancient practices for what it meant to live a life of true meaning, true purpose, true fulfillment, health. And what I realized during that time was that it took me a really long time to put all of those pieces together. And I was your A-type perfectionist people pleaser. With this intense drive to have an amazing life, but would drop my body and kind of forget that I was a human and would operate more like a robot to kind of get to what I call the happiness trap. If I just do more, if I just have more, then I get to this level, then I'm going to be happy. And so throughout this journey over years of yoga, meditation, mindfulness, herbal medicine, Chinese medicine, nutrition, coaching, hypnotherapy, all of the healing arts that I've studied, I've actually compacted that now to be able to pinpoint for you exactly what it is that you truly want, and most importantly, what you truly do not want in your life. Then I have the ability to actually give you the tools, and because I have worked in wealth creation and business and high performance, you will be so surprised with what can change so radically in your life when we first change from a cellular level. Our energy increases, the way we talk to ourselves and the way we treat our body completely changes. And then from a mindset perspective, we actually get to change the way we think, the way we feel, through a lot of presence, compassion, and self-kindness, to be able to become really hooked in and connected in our world and to others. And when we get present, then we stop creating out of confusion, out of chaos, and we actually start to create out of a sense of calm. And therefore you actually start to see what's truly available to you, not what your mind was telling you you were good enough for. Not what your mind was telling you is available to you, but what's truly available to you. And then we get to play. Then we get to play with your skills and your purpose. Then we get to play with attracting. Then we get to play with beautiful relationships. So this doesn't have to be a long journey. And like I said, I have, and it is my gift from working with more than 10,000 hours one-to-one, more than 400 wellness retreats I have facilitated. I have spoken on stages to large groups of people. I am no Instagram fast track overnight coach, and I want to stress this because there's a lot of life coaches that are actually really inexperienced. And I have this ability through all of this experience to cut to the chase and not be just another person. You don't need to go and get a naturopath over here, a nutritionist, a fitness coach, a mindset coach. You don't need to read all the self-help books. What I do is give you a process that works, that is unique and specific to you only. I really believe that transformation should be done once and done properly. And what you do with me, you can never unhave that awareness, okay? You can never unhave the tools. What I give you is actual tools for life. So whatever it is that you're looking at focusing on, and in my experience with my clients, it's multiple areas of life, okay? When we look for a life coach, we are at a point where we feel stuck. We know that we want to go to the next level. We just don't know what that looks like. I still have my own coach for a reason. What I can absolutely promise you with this journey that we're going to take together is that I will get you the results that you want if you meet me halfway, okay? So awareness is fabulous, but action is where the healing happens in the doing. Action is where we step into purpose and where the universe has no choice but to respond when we take a big leap, when we actually show up as the greatest version of ourselves and we start to do it every day, and the trust, the self-confidence starts to come. So what I can absolutely guarantee you is whatever your goals are, however big they are, if they're small, I'll raise them. We will be able to achieve those results if you are willing to work with me halfway. So in terms of packages, like I said, it is unique to you. 30, 60 or 90-day journeys. I do work across all areas. If you're also looking to work on business and career, that's completely fine. But the best thing for us to do is for you to fill out the form, tell me about yourself. The more I know, that means I'm not coaching you blind when we get on the call, because it is not a sales call. It is a coaching call to see if you and I are a great fit for each other. Then we'll design a package over 30, 60 or 90 days. There are payment plans to make it super affordable, and we basically get to work. We lock in your sessions in advance and off we go, and it's that simple. But right now what you need to do is tell me all about you. Lock in a call time with me. You can either message me, but rather than us playing tennis, it's actually easier if you just go to my calendar and pick a time. Then I send you a quick quiz, okay? So it's an overview of your life. It takes 2 minutes. It is super awesome for you to get a snapshot of where you're really at. And on that call, we go into a deep dive, okay? We get to know each other. You get a feel for, how I work and what I have seen on that form, how I question you. Don't be nervous. We make it fun, and I'm very approachable. And believe me, there is nothing I have not heard or seen in the last almost 2 decades of coaching. There is nothing that you could ever say that would ever shock me. So don't be scared, get excited for this call. I will see you on the call, and I can't wait to get to know you. Have a great day.